Hey everyone, either welcome back or welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I want to talk about why it's important that you advocate for yourself as a patient. And I'm going to share a story that goes along with this from when I was actually fighting for a diagnosis. So before I get into any more details, time for the intro. What I want to get into with this patient advocacy is my advice that I would give myself at the start of this is keep pushing. There is something going on. You're not making this up. And you must advocate for yourself because if you don't, you have the potential to lose your eyesight. This advocacy will continue throughout the rest of your journey. If you feel something that isn't right, you're probably onto something. The key word there is probably. I'm going to tell a story about why I'm happy that I pushed through this initial agreement with the doctors that I was actually under stress. When I last seen a doctor in Saskatoon, I was told I was just a stressed out university student and all of this would go away with time. Keep in mind, I was still having double vision and still having dizziness, still having headaches, still having a bunch of the symptoms that I talk about all of the time. And I was told that it was due to stress. Now, I absolutely 100% agreed that I was stressed out. And the reason why I probably accepted that was because I knew I was stressed out. But when you're trying to fight against your own body to the point where you're having trouble studying and that's starting to interfere with your schoolwork, you get nervous. Now, I was particularly nervous because if I didn't pass my final semester, it would have meant another year of delay for me to graduate because I would have had to repeat all of the classes over again. And the thing was that those classes that I was taking at that point were only offered in the second semester. So I would have had to wait a whole nother year because I had already passed my first semester, no problems at all because I wasn't sick. I really, really hope out of all of this that we stop getting the stress diagnosis if there's really something going on. I would honestly love to know how someone could think double vision is a result of stress. That particular symptom is what kept me going and saying, yeah, there's something obviously not right. But, even I was starting to think, okay, maybe this will all just go away when I'm no longer stressed out. And I'm happy that I have the people around me that I do because sometimes they give me the extra push that I need to get things done when I have accepted something that I shouldn't have. As I've told you guys in my diagnosis and all of that, some other videos, my eyesight was pretty bad when they looked at it initially. The swelling in my optic nerves was pretty bad. And I often wonder sometimes if there's maybe some long-term damage from it, but I don't honestly know. I don't know if there's any way to tell because I don't think they have a reference back to that point. And even if they did have a reference back to that point, I don't know if they have a comparison of before I had those issues. Like, I had never even seen some of those machines before that I was on. So I don't think that they'd have anything to compare it to. The one thing that I really do wish medical professionals would understand about IIH is that it's a lot more than just dealing with the swelling of the optic nerves. There is so much pain. This disease is so debilitating. It interferes with every part of your life. In fact, there are some times where it's hard to keep up with workouts and all of that to keep your weight down. With the headaches, the workouts can be really, really hard. And exercise is a really, really important part of maintaining weight loss. So that's something that I want to really emphasize too is with losing weight, I have gained back a lot of what I had lost, but it isn't perfect. And I say that all the time. With weight loss, I'm doing much better, but it's not perfect. And because it's not perfect, I still have days where I'm really, really exhausted, really, really struggling with symptoms, and those days can interfere with my quality of life. This condition is so life changing. And when you look at it on Google, it doesn't appear to be that way. And I think that's one of the most important things to emphasize not only to doctors, but to emphasize to your family and friends that this condition is a big life changer. Some people end up losing some of the people that they thought were closest to them as well. So it can completely change your circle of friends because the ones you thought were your actual support end up not being so supportive as soon as you're unable to spend a lot of time with them. I just want to say, I really hope that with IIH Awareness Month, that we really get more advocacy towards the whole how much IIH changes your life. I really wish that stress wasn't emphasized as much. Like, yeah, stress can do a lot of weird things. I've been a student, I know what stress can do to your body. And I've been there. A biochemistry student, it's a really, really bad amount of stress. And I know what being stressed feels like. I never once had double vision in the first 3 years of school. And honestly, year 2 and year 3, I was doing with far more stress than I was in my 4th year. In fact, my 4th year was probably one of my most stress-free years. The only stress that came was when I got sick. The stress can continue because you're trying to keep up with daily life. If I was trying to manage a lot more than what I was trying to manage right now, it would be really, really difficult because there are some days where it's a complete write-off because I'm not feeling well enough to do everything that I need to do. And there's some things in life that just can't wait until tomorrow. They need to be done now. So when your body doesn't cooperate with you in that particular way, it adds a lot of stress. Not only that, but it's a really, really frustrating. I am not able to live my life normally this much of the amount of time because I am dealing with this, this, and this. People think living with headaches is really, really easy. You just take a medication and it goes away. And the reality is with IIH, it's nowhere near like that. There's not much that helps at all. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave one down below. If you made it this far in the video, don't forget to subscribe. Turn your notifications to all so you never miss another video. If you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, be sure to like and follow. And as for now, that's it for today. Bye everyone.